I've had that dream again. I'm in the middle of a big street and well, everything seems to be okay, but I have the feeling I'm in a nightmare. And since there's nothing objectively evil, there are no monsters or politicians, whatever's so scary has got to be within me. The thing is, even though the stream stops there, I wake up nervous and sweaty, and I spend the rest of the day unanimated. You know I try to make an effort to be optimistic and see things through rose-colored glasses. But I must be doing it wrong or trying too hard, because it's like I'm seeing everything through brown-colored glasses. And I feel like I'm just stuck, like I'm going in circles, round and round, both in my life and in this therapy. And that frustrates me. And I can only see what's wrong with me. I can only see that I'm clumsy and slow and insecure and a bit fat too. And definitely a self-centered crybaby who only knows how to talk about himself. And it all worries me because, well, it worries me that others might notice too and laugh at me. But I might just be paranoid, because I never really know if I'm making it all up or if my worries have some basis. It's like when my colleagues asked me to go get coffee the other day, which I did, well, because I want to fit in and, well, I've only worked there for a year. But I remembered halfway there that we have a coffee machine in the office, so I ended up going back, laughing because we'd all forgotten about it.
No, wait a second. Here comes the best part. The cartoon's on the ground with spirals for eyes and, stars dancing around his head. So he's getting up when an anvil falls on his head.
I didn't know how to act. I sort of froze. You know how when you need a clever comeback but it only comes to you an hour later?
It's not funny.
Well, that was a month ago and I still don't know how I should have reacted. I think laughing with them might mean I don't respect myself. But I also feel bad for having interrupted their fun. I mean, they could have been talking about any cartoon character who takes an anvil to the head. And if we stop telling racist jokes or jokes about epileptics or blind people, well, what do we have left? Besides, it's so much more healthier to be verbally aggressive than to drop a piano on someone, especially for the one the piano falls on. But words also have a weight, like a anvil or a piano, right? And they can hurt you, and their weight can drag you really down for a long time, Mom, Dad, I have something to tell you. I'm a cartoon character.
Hey, hon, can you bring me a pint?
What? You want some paint?
A pint of beer.
I did hear pint, but I mean, who asked for a pint at home like we were in some Irish pub? Paint was my mother's deal. She took it so bad from the beginning that I even thought, this is it. She's gonna race me.
I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life, but you could at least try and hide it.
I mean, really, how do you hide the fact that you're a cartoon? I mean, it's not something you do by choice or habit. I've always been this way. Besides, my parents already suspected it, so what's all the fuss about? I'm not the only one putting out contradictory messages here, like, we love you just how you are, but we'd love you more if you were less you. In my case, you can't tell someone that I'm a cartoon, but I don't know if that's really an advantage, or if that's even the goal of this therapy. Just as I was coming here, I was thinking about a stamp collecting club I want to join, to meet interesting people, and wondering if stamp collectors would have prejudices about cartoon characters. And then I came across these two. The thing is, I recognize myself in them, and there's no way to tell, but I'm pretty sure they saw themselves in me. And I was tempted to go running after them, but I didn't dare because, well, I wouldn't have known what to say to them. And it makes me angry because I've always wanted to find someone with the same chromatic range as me. But when it finally happens, I back down and do nothing. And the worst of it is for a moment that, for a few seconds, all I could think about were those things that people say about cartoons, The cliches and the commonplaces. I mean, I thought I shouldn't trust them, or they're probably too colorful, or they're too funny. And for the first time, I felt that I'm really not so different from those people whose approval I seek, like stamp collectors, or my parents even. And I didn't like it, not at all. I mean, my parents aren't bad people, Well, they're alcoholics and racist, and their marriage doesn't work, but they basically love me. Although if they love me because I've changed, they actually love somebody else, someone I don't even know. But anyway, but you know what? I think we're progressing in this therapy for once, because all of a sudden I don't even know if I want to be like them. And actually, maybe I'll even dare to think that being made of flesh and blood is overrated, that even being real is overrated. And it makes me mad having spent so much time trying so hard to be real myself, because I'm starting to realize that I don't even want to be part of this real world that really does have real weapons that really can destroy the planet in just one tiny instant. And that does make up real diseases in laboratories, and that really exploits children in really poor countries, and that really does have the same exact TV show on every channel. And really, you can only be appreciated if you're like everyone else. I'm also thinking that maybe the problem isn't being different, but rather that they stone you for being different. And, well, in the end, if you think about it, being real is a lie. I don't know if this has something to do with my dream, but sometimes the dream gets longer. It evolves. Well, I'm in the middle of the street and I'm scared, but then there's a change in the scenery, and I feel integrated, like a part of everything, but then I'm not there anymore. What? You don't have anything to say? Great, $120 a week and we don't even get to talk about sex.